Côte d'Ivoire has an area of 322,000 square kilometers. The country is located in West Africa, bordering the North Atlantic Ocean with 600 kilometers of coastline. The land boundaries are Ghana, on the eastern side, Burkina Faso and Mali. On the northern side, Guinea and Liberia on the western side. The estimated population of Côte d'Ivoire is 17.9 million inhabitants. The age structure reveals a young population which is punchy and includes a highly qualified labor force as well as an increasing range of Ivorian entrepreneurs. Côte d'Ivoire, leader of the Economic Community of West African States, ECOWAS, is an open market for trade and foreign investment. Converging factors establish Côte d'Ivoire as the leading player on the West African market and thus as the most relevant choice for multi-sectorial investment. Mechanism and schemes for the promotion of the investment are detailed into the Ivorian Code of Investment. Summarized privileges are the following. For new business kickoff, a 5 to 8 years corporate income tax exemption, a 5 to 8 years business occupancy tax exemption. For investment between 1 to 4 million US dollars, a 5% import duty on plants, equipment and first square parts. For investment exceeding 4 million US dollars, a full exemption of taxes on land and building. Additional guarantees are included into the investment code, such as the free transfer of income and free transfer of final dividend, liquidating dividend. Politically speaking, Côte d'Ivoire recorded 40 years of constantly peaceful climate under the era of first President Félix Houphouët-Boigny. Then after 7 years of turmoil, a peace agreement was signed at Ouagadougou on March 4, 2007 between President Laurent Gbagbo and the former rebel leader Guillaume Soro. This peace agreement encompassed the appointment of a new transition government, boosting the census process, and boosting the registration of voters. Since 2008, normal political life is back, as well as a return to safety of people and safety of goods. The Ivorian government is alerted on the competitiveness issues for Ivorian goods, prerequisites for sustainable development. It has therefore undergone significant efforts and sectorial action on oil, telecommunication, water, power supply, and labor force. The reason for this is to reduce those cost factors so as to significantly impact the internal and external competitiveness of the Ivorian goods. The infrastructures of Côte d'Ivoire are much more developed than any other West African country. The infrastructure are maintained and upgraded constantly. The road network is widely developed and fits international standards so as to easily connect Côte d'Ivoire to the rest of the sub-region. The 1,260 kilometers of railway network connect Côte d'Ivoire to Burkina Faso and to Niger. This railway is vital for opening up the enclosed countries of the sub-region. 1 million tons of goods was thus convoyed during 2006. 19 international airline companies serve the 3 international airports of the country, Abidjan, Yamoussoukro, and Bouaké. The Félix Houphouët-Boigny International Airport is built in the district of Port-Boué in Abidjan. For 2004, more than 800,000 inbound and outbound passengers were recorded. This airport is therefore the most important of Côte d'Ivoire. The telecommunication sector is well developed. Internet, optical fiber feeder, and mobile phone networks expanded all over the country. Mobile phone businesses leading the telecommunication industry. 4 companies are operating: Orange, MTN, Move, and Côte. Their aggregated annual income is 900 millions of US dollars. 3 newcomers are expected shortly. Numerous and high standards bank and insurance companies are settled in Côte d'Ivoire. Côte d'Ivoire is a dynamic financial platform which encompasses state-owned and private banks and finance institutions. Some of those institutions are regional ones, whereas others have international and worldwide status. The unique competitor of the Abidjan and San Pedro harbor is Durban, South Africa. Those harbors are famous for their top-of-the-brand equipment, which enable easy supply of the enclaves of the West African region. Via the gateway of Abidjan, each foreign investor has access to an additional market of 85.9 million consumers. Adding Côte d'Ivoire, the gateway, each investor wins a total market of 103.8 million consumers, meaning 3.7 times the population of Saudi Arabia. The Abidjan harbor is the leader of the whole West and Central African regions regarding forwarding and transshipment. 60 merchant vessels can be operated simultaneously. The maximum transit time for the hinterland is 3 days. There is a dry port located at Ouagadougou, near the Burkina Faso border in the north, in order to speed up the customs clearance procedures. The Abidjan harbor settled sales office in Ouagadougou, Burkina Faso, in Bamako, Mali, and in Niamey, Niger, in order to enhance efficiency and transactions with the hinterland. The 2010 target for the Abidjan harbor is 25 million tons per annum. This port compels recognitions as the African Rotterdam. Forecasted 20.7 million inhabitants for 2015. Domestic consumption of 65% of GDP, plus 3.1% annual growth of domestic consumption. The estimated 2007 gross domestic product is $19.6 billion of US dollars at the official exchange rate and $32.17 billion of US dollars at the purchasing power parity. There are numerous types of deposit in Côte d'Ivoire: gas, gold, uranium, diamond, cobalt, manganese, copper, bauxite, iron, or nickel. The estimated deposit for gas reached 30 billion cubic meters. The 2004 national production was 1.5 million cubic meters. This production was 100% for the domestic market, supplying thermal power needs and town gas. The 2007 oil export were the country's first income. Oil is pulled offshore by Canadian and Ivorian companies. The 2006 oil production was 89,000 barrels per day. Operating new deposits while upgrading technical performance of existing ones will increase the 2008 production to 110,000 barrels per day. The total oil reserve is 100 millions of barrels. The Ivorian oil industry has numerous and major opportunities. 8 new exploration blocks available, brownfield expansion on the refinery to reach a 30% increase in throughput, building of a multi-products offshore pipeline, increasing the storage capacity for gas, brownfield expansion of the urban gas pipeline network for industries, building filling stations and servicing stations for cars even in the low traffic area.